Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Chase Talks Politics. Today is July 28th, Tuesday, 2020. And today we're going to be talking about voter confidence in the 2020 election. So we're going to read this article from 538. They are a polling site, but they also do other things. And they put an article out today. It came out today, July 28th, saying that voters are starting to doubt Trump's re-election chances. So we're going to take a look at that. We'll also look at this graphic about voter confidence for Trump to get reelected. And then we're also going to do a little look at the polls and why people are not confident that Trump will be reelected. So we're going to go ahead and read this article. So voters are starting to doubt Trump's reelection chances by Jeffrey Skelly. So, for months now, President Trump has trailed Joe Biden in the polls. First, it was only a 5 or 6 percentage point gap, but since the middle of June, that margin has widened to anywhere from 8 to 9 points, according to 538's national polling average. Until very recently, voters didn't seem all that convinced that Biden could win. In poll after poll, more voters said they thought Trump would win re-election in November. Now that view may be shifting. Over the past 2.5 months, the share of voters who said they expect Trump to win has fallen from about 45% to about 40% in polling by the Economics YouGov, as the chart below shows, while Biden's share has slowly ticked up to where Trump's numbers are. Roughly a fifth of the responders still say they're not sure. So as you can see here, voters, even Democratic voters, before they still thought that Trump was going to win re-election. Now they do not think that Trump will win re-election, and there's even some Republican voters who are not confident in Trump winning re-election. Trump's decline may not seem that dramatic, and it's not. It's only a few points lower, but it's notable because prior to June, he trailed on this question only once since the Economics YouGov first asked it in December. But it's not just the Economics YouGov polling that supports this finding. USA Today, Suffolk University collaboration poll found a more substantial drop in Trump's numbers. In late June, 41% of voters said they expected Trump to win, whereas 50% said the same in the pollster's late October 2019 survey. Conversely, 45% said Biden would win in June, an improvement from the 40% who picked the Democratic nominee in October. Republican pollster Eklund Insights has also observed a downward trend in Trump's numbers. In a survey completed last week, 33% of likely voters said they expected Trump to win, which was down from 39% in the pollster's June survey. Meanwhile, the share who thought Biden would win ticked up to 43% in July from 40% in June. So basically what this article says is that, there were Democratic voters who were optimistic about Biden winning in October and in early March and February. Now they think that Joe Biden definitely has a much greater shot at winning the election. Even Republican voters are not optimistic in Trump getting reelected. So that number of people who are confident in Trump winning has gone down, which is basically what this article is saying and what it's referring to. So most people right now are optimistic that Biden will win the election, that they think that Biden will win the election. But there's still a majority that are not sure who could get some numbers for Trump. So let's look at Trump's approval rating, because, that is a big factor in the election. We're going to look at his approval rating because we haven't looked at it for a little while now. So he currently has a 40.1 approval rating in all voters, 55.8 disapprove, 40.1 approve. Polls of registered voters, he has a little more, 0.2 more. Polls of adults, he has less, 39.7 approve, 55.8 disapprove. So that is his approval rating as of right now. So now let's look at the Real Clear Politics poll, which we looked at yesterday, but we can look at it again. Biden now has a 9% lead. Quinnipiac University has him at plus 15. CNBC, Biden by 10%. ABC, WP, Biden by 10%. Fox News, Biden by 8. The Hill, Biden by 7. Rasmussen, Biden by 2. Harris, Biden by 10. And CBS News, Biden by 10. So let's look at some more things here in 2020 election. So before, this isn't who are you voting for. It's not that type of a poll. It's are you confident that one person will win or the other? So this was a poll done a little while ago by the Pew Research Center. 2/3 of Americans expect presidential election will be disrupted by COVID-19. And then CNN, they put out this article, why Trump can't make the election about Biden. So that is basically, right now what it is looking like. Let's bring up that article again, as far as voter confidence for who will win the 2020 election. So right now, about, more people are confident that Biden will win than Trump, as these polls right now show. As for Democrats and Republicans, they mostly say the representative nominee will win, although that wasn't always the case in 2016, as many Republicans thought Hillary Clinton would win. Nonetheless, that doesn't seem to be happening in 2020. So, the Democrats really thought that Hillary Clinton would win in 2016, and there was a majority of Republicans who even expected Hillary Clinton to win. This year, the Democrats believe that their candidate, Joe Biden, has a great shot at winning. The Republicans, Donald Trump, the Republicans think that their candidate, Donald Trump, has a great shot at being reelected, which I think is good. Now we're going to take a look at the betting odds from Real Clear Politics, because this has to do with voter confidence too, because you have to place a bet on, who will win the election, so that's big. Right now, 60.9% of bettors think that Joe Biden will win, and 36.5% think that Trump will win. VBet, 60% of their voters say Joe Biden will win. SpreadX, 63% of their voters say Biden will win. SmartX, 60% of voters say that their candidate that Biden will win. Matchbook, 60% say that Biden will win. BWin, 60% say Biden will win. Bovada, 61% say Biden will win. Betson, 60% say Biden will win. And Betfair, 63% say Biden will win. So as far as voter confidence in these betting odds, because that's big, because you're actually betting money, because, there's Republicans on these betting sites who want to make money. So they're betting on Joe Biden, even though they don't want him to win. You're still placing a bet, because a Republican is placing a bet on Joe Biden because, they want to make money. So let's take a look at PredictIt, and we'll take a look at who, because this is like the main betting market for the election. So 61% of their voters say that Joe Biden will win, and 40% say that Donald Trump will win. So it's a little bit closer on PredictIt, which is the largest site, but again, a majority of their bettors think that Joe Biden will win. So as far as voter confidence in these betting odds, most of them are confident that Joe Biden, will win. So that's basically going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave suggestions below. I'm excited to do that live. It's going to be Saturday. I may do one even before that, Thursday or Friday. I'll let you guys know, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later tonight.